5 p.m. Over here in Poland and 3 p.m. UTC. Welcome to the Alby community call, everyone. Whoever is watching us on Zapstream or on Twitter, hello. If the quality is not good enough for streaming, join us. communitycall.getalby.com. You can always demo your project, ask any question, and be live here with us every second week at Zapstream, Twitter, and here on Jitsi. Hey, Dylan, Andrew, Fernando, Roland, Bumi. There is Alby team, Alby friends. We have few projects announced, but also we have some updates from Alby. There was a big update recently, and actually yesterday we launched finally waitlist, so we can say that it's public. The team that we've been building, Alby Hub, is already out. You can upgrade your wallets to a self-custodial setup, which is default now for Alby, or you can sign up to waitlist and go so you can try it out on your own. And finally, you can run on your own node easily. Anyone from Alby would like to share some words? Moritz, how do you feel about such a release?
It's especially like relieving to do a release somehow. We to keep it secret for so long now. Finally, it's out. I think we've been working on it for quite some time now, 6 months, and I think the result is like the perception from the community is really well, I think, and it's I'm happy, and now we can do the next step. Invite more and more users and test it. That's very cool. And actually also we have a very nice logo now. So Alby Hub, so it's getting everything nicely together.
Bumi, how do you feel about it? Can you share how would you describe what is actually Alby Hub in 2 sentences? So for anyone who didn't catch yet the news.
Alby Hub is a Lightning wallet rethought. So it's the Lightning wallet for the programmable internet. And yeah, it's pretty exciting to finally talk more about it, share more screens, get more users on it, because ultimately we build it for users and apps, and like more feedback, more input is more important. So that's cool. And I think we got another release coming, the version 1.3. I'm not sure today or tomorrow, which I think has another nice update. Maybe we can show it. I don't know. Hint, Roland. Has a nice update in terms of the onboarding flow. And I think then we are at the stage where we incorporated already a lot of the feedback that we got from the very early users, and that we are kind of confident that we can give it to more people, that we can onboard more people and learn more there. So I think we are. It's definitely, I would say, the easiest Lightning wallet to get started in a non-custodial way. That you own the keys, that you own it, and that's the most flexible one that you can use, whatever you want to do, on the go through a mobile app or in the web in a Nostr client for podcasting, receiving podcasts, boostergrams, or sending boostergrams. So all these kind of Lightning ecosystem that we always are pushing forward is being possible with that one.
It's important to say that it's fully open source. You can go to Alby GitHub profile and you can check what's happening there, verify, contribute. You can fork it, download and run on your machine. I'm running mine on my Windows actually. It runs on Linux, on MacBooks, and even Raspberry Pi. Or you can subscribe to Alby Cloud, and then your node is still yours when you run Alby devices online. Roland, we had your screen.
Exactly. We put a lot of effort in to say that. We put a lot of effort in it to make it run on the various devices. And here a shout out to Andrew, who has been making the Start 9 package We already made the Start9 package for the NWC app back then, and now also for the Alby hub, that it's like a one-click install on Start9, for example. So if people have a Start9 node running or the Start9 system running, then it's also super easy to install it there.
Can I ask a question about that?
Of course. That's
Sure.
Yeah. What would you say is like the closest competitor, or what does it compare to? Like, if there's something in the market that exists close to this, to kind of give us a sense of what you're offering here.
It's a good question, and I often think when people talk about a Lightning wallet, what often people mean is like, or what often people think is like, you have a mobile app, you have a send and receive button, and you have a transaction list somehow. So, and I meet a friend and I can scan a QR code and send it over there. And that's why I said before, like, we kind of rethink this, because why we think Lightning is so much more exciting if you do things like the boostograms in the podcasting space or the SAPs in Nostr, and if you kind of attach it to a user interaction within an application. And this is our focus for that. So we wanted to have like a really simple Lightning wallet that abstracts away some of the complexities or automates some of the complexities with it, but make it in a way that it seamlessly integrates into these applications. And that's a very different setup that you normally would, for example, have with a let's say a Phoenix wallet on the phone that kind of only is on the phone and only is in this application. So the Alby hub, your wallet, you will actually use potentially much more from other applications than from the hub itself. And then a question about the competition is a bit, the cloud setup. You could imagine a bit like what Voltage is doing. Voltage allows you to deploy an LND node in their cloud. So that's kind of a similar, it's an always on node that runs, that you can like plug into applications. But it's a very different setup in that sense because it's using LND. So it has a different setup in that regard, that it's also much more expensive to run, just because LND is a much more a bigger node, more of an enterprise setup maybe. So
Core Lightning, or
and you also have like something like Phoenix D, which comes a bit in that direction that we do. So which we are actually also excited that there's more solutions like that one that go in that direction, that you have like an always on Lightning node with the focus on integrating it into applications. So so that's a bit the angle. Not sure if that makes sense, but yeah, I hope that differentiates a bit.
Ron, do you want to continue with the demo? You wanted to show
Sure.
1.3, cool.
Yep. So we've just got the full rebranding in this latest version, which is cool, as well as a full new first channel flow, which really focuses on giving the most minimal understanding of what's happening, right? So a user who has always used a shared balance on a custodial node, now they are becoming self-sovereign, right? So you're on the left here and you make your first connection in your first channel. So if you have funds as well on your custodial account, actually you would just be able to pay it instantly. But just because this is in testing, I'll quickly pay this invoice. Well, demos always fail, right? Anyway, so what would happen is my channel would be instantly created, and then I would be redirected to my wallet where I can instantly send and receive, and start setting up connections. So just the experience of getting started as quick as possible for new users, giving them the minimum information they need, and then they can learn more over time. how things differ from a custodial experience to having your own node, but still being able to connect to all these apps. And what does it mean if an app has a budget? How much can it spend from your node and all these things? So it's really powerful, but at the same time, we try and make it as simple as possible for new users. So yeah, looking forward to releasing this and seeing some new onboardings and see how people find it if they still get stuck, and go from there and keep improving.
But only existing users will encounter or find this flow, right? And this screen. Or how is it for new users that don't have an Alby wallet or Alby account before?
New users will still see this screen, but they will have to pay the invoice themselves using an external wallet, or they could deposit on-chain Bitcoin. But we're even thinking if some users decide to sign up for Alby Cloud and have a paid subscription, then this channel can be automatically open for them, which creates a really nice initial user experience as well. So that might be the next thing that we look at.
Thank you for that, guys. If you want to get invitation code, you can ask in this chat. Every attendee will get invited without waiting for waitlist from this community call. So whoever is watching us on maybe Twitter or Zapstream, join us communitycall.getalby.com. Let's move to demos from friends and from friendly projects. The one that I want to call us first is called Tando, tando.me. And we have today Jason and Sabina. And this is a tool that lets you easily spend Bitcoin anywhere in Kenya. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, would you like to tell us what is Tando? Show a little bit how it
You want
looks.
to start?
Sure. So let's start by explaining what Tando is. Like you said, it's an app that is going to allow anyone in Kenya to spend Bitcoin anywhere M-Pesa is accepted. So M-Pesa is like the primary mobile network here that 98% of Kenyans use. And the reason as to why we decided to build this solution is because every time we would like orange peel people here in Kenya, we gift them sats. The next question would always be, how can I spend these sats? Like, can I spend this Bitcoin? Can I buy milk with it? Can I buy bread? And honestly, we didn't have a great answer to that question because most of them were newbies and they've never heard of Bitcoin. So you're not going to start telling them like, create a Lightning address, move it from this place to this place. So that's where we got our inspiration from to build Tando. And yeah, here we are. So yes.
Yeah, I guess I would add that we kind of had the epiphany the other day that we're kind of trying to solve the two-sided market dilemma by cutting off one side of the market. So like, I'm sure everyone knows, but for example, like Uber is not useful if you don't have riders or drivers. And if you're trying to onboard all these businesses, hey, you should accept Bitcoin. Well, if you don't have anyone spending Bitcoin, they lose interest, right? Or if you've got Bitcoin, you got nowhere to spend it. It's like, that's cool, the value's going up, but what do I do with it? I have to sell it for fiat and then figure out some way I can sell it, get fiat currency, and then go spend it. And she gets paid in Bitcoin. She works for Bitcoin Data. And so she goes through like this long process of, okay, she gets paid in Bitcoin on BitNob, which is a Nigerian company. She has to sell it for USDT, then transfer that USDT to Kenyan shillings on M-Pesa. And it's like this 6-step process. There's a lot of fees involved. It takes a lot of time. And so we thought we could like make it simpler and faster and really help people see that Bitcoin really is money, because we feel like when we were orange pilling people, and they, like she said, they would ask that question, like, well, where can I spend it? Like this magic internet money doesn't really feel like money until you can turn it into something you want, right? So now with Tando, we hope that you have, your Lightning wallet. You can go anywhere M-Pesa is accepted, which is basically the entire country. you can spend Bitcoin anywhere. So that's like kind of the idea there.
Would you like to maybe shed some light how actually the usage of it looks like in Kenya? Because sometimes I watch this like YouTube Bitcoin documentaries, and they go to Africa and say, look, like everybody's using it. You can send Bitcoin over SMS, right? But I can guess that sometimes these videos are a bit more pink than the reality. I would like to hear from you some first-hand report. Is actually like Lightning Network being used over there?
Not that much, just because, like we said, there's not a lot of places to spend. So that's kind of the problem we're trying to solve. So, yeah, I think people see the value, especially now. I mean, if you want to talk about like the protests about the finance bill, you know that better than I do. But yeah.
Yeah, so people understand the concept of Bitcoin, that they understand it's like better money, especially right now here in Kenya, we have protests about the finance bill, where the government was imposing these unlogical taxes on everyone, and Kenyans are really mad. They're out there in the street protesting. And as Bitcoiners, Kenyan Bitcoiners, we're really trying to spread that message, like it's time to opt out of the fiat system and let's use Bitcoin. We're trying to show them like this is why Bitcoin is good and everything. And they understand. They do. They're especially the part where like, yeah, the government is not involved, we're not gonna get taxed. They get so excited about that. But so now the problem is, how can I spend this Bitcoin? Like that's the big question, and that's what now we are trying to do with Tando. But for now, not so many people honestly use Bitcoin, except for now the Bitcoin community and the people we are educating, which is kind of less than the most population of Kenya. So yes.
Yeah, the people we talk to, like I think most people just see it as a way to get more fiat. It's like a trading mechanism. But we're hoping to change that into more of a medium exchange and a savings tool. I think in the West, most people see it as store value first. I think here in Africa, people are going to see it more as a medium of exchange first. That's the theory, at least. So, yeah. And another cool thing that we kind of realized after the fact is like, if you're a tourist and you come to visit Kenya, you can't really use the M-Pesa network. Credit cards are pretty common. But with Tando, you could come and just spend Bitcoin anywhere. Like you don't have to get a SIM card or anything like that. You install the app and you can transact anywhere and this is accepted. So that's another cool benefit.
Raise your hand. That's easier than to moderate. If there are questions from Twitter, you need to go to communitycall.getalby.com and be live with us to talk in person. Any questions? Any more questions to Jason and Sabina? You can visit it at tando.me, and it actually comes. Yes, I can link the website here at tando.me. And you guys, Jason, Sabina, if you'd like to leave some contact details, maybe some of the attendees would like to reach out to you, maybe help out with something. Is there anything actually that community of open source Bitcoin builders or maybe Alby team could be helpful with your project?
Well, I wish we learned about what you guys were building sooner, but because we went with Phoenix, because it's like we can generate the Lightning invoice on the server. Sounds like you guys are also offering that, but we're just barely about to start launching here the next week or two. So once we get our feet under us, we can look at and see what Alby's offering and how that compares. Maybe we'll have that as a backup. Maybe we'll ping pong between the two and do some like A/B testing. Just kind of get a sense of like what.
Nice. Thank you guys. Hang out with
Super
us.
cool.
Try Alby Hub. Maybe actually that will be useful for you. Or anyway, come back. We are also available at Discord. Discord.getalby.com. This is where we are slowly restarting our community. I would like to call now on stage Andrew, who I can see that he got his camera back and good connection. Andrew is with us on with Nashville, and he wants to. He could share some info. How is it there? Hey, Andrew, can you hear us? Andrew is showing around perhaps perhaps without microphone, or you are muted. All right, then let's do pity. I haven't seen Swarmstr yet on our community call, and pity is building this for a year or even more. This nice, interesting Nostr client called Swarmstr. Hey Pity, what's up? Are you with us?
Hi. Yeah, it's a pretty difficult name to pronunciate. One of the guys on Nostr actually came up with the name, so I didn't invent it, but I liked it, so it stayed that way. And yeah, it's been over a year, but actually even longer because I use the code base of my other project for Swarmstr. So it's a end result of my efforts to learn React and do something on Nostr.
Would you like
And
to show the tool around?
yeah, I wasn't actually prepared to do a demo.
That's
It was
improvised demos are the best.
yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can find the.
I'm trying to show Swarms
Okay.
as well, but my OBS is rebelling. You can visit swarmstr.com. Oh, here you are. Now, I can show it a bit. So what's special about it? It's
Oh, you can. Okay.
yeah, I can show, and you can talk if you want.
Well, the main thing. Sure.
Hi, PT. You with us? Yeah, continue. Go on.
Yeah, I am. So well, the main thing about it is the search. Because it's difficult to find stuff on Nostr. I wanted to make something. Well, the idea is there's a popular hashtag on Nostr that is called Ask Nostr, and a lot of questions they pop up often, and people just keep asking those questions. So I thought, what if I can just index all the questions and then provide an interface via relay to find the nodes by content. So instead of just asking the question with that hashtag, you could just look it up, and it will show you the questions rated by like the best matches on top, and then you can still have ability to sort by zaps or reactions. So it's kind of like Quora or Stack Overflow, like a bit similar to it, where you can just use the pleb knowledge, like actual answers from actual users.
Here I clicked on.
Does that make sense?
Kind of. It helps people, like it's like a Quora on Nostr, right? Which is looking around on relays wherever people ask similar questions, and if there are answers to it, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I checked Bitcoin Telegram groups. It was suggested to me. So it looks for nodes that have this. There's like a search engine for Nostr.
It uses Elasticsearch because there's this project called Nos Today, I think, Nos Today, and the guy behind it created a search relay that uses NIP50 to allow for searches. Like you can use a search filter to look up stuff by content. So this is what it does in the background, and then I use some AI models to because sometimes there's a lot of results, and the problem is which ones are the best, because you can actually spit a lot of results, and then you have to scroll through all of it, and this one just looks for the best possible results and then discards the other ones. So this is like two-step search that it does. It's an experiment, anyways, because well, this is how I learn React and Nostr. So it's kind of a loose idea. I added like other hashtags that you can use to search. Like you can go to Foodster, for example, and like search for steak, and you get some photos of the food. You can zap the notes. I'm doing like image creator, where you can like do some images or create memes and then directly upload them to Nostr build or Nostr check me servers. And then, oh, it's like I said, it's a loose project. I'm just trying like different approaches and finding out what works and what doesn't. It's still kind of buggy and slow, but it's
Did you build
just
it
like
yourself?
yes, I did.
Oh, nice. That's congrats. And you just discovered Nostr. What's your story? Have you been like into Bitcoin before, or?
Yeah, like since 2020, and then Nostr. I think it's a year and a half. I discovered it like in December, somewhere in December. Not the one, but the previous one. And it was because of Gigi advertising it on Twitter, and I thought I'm gonna give it a try. So I joined, and like I started with because I already owned useless shit, like my some other project.
Useless shit.
I started doing, yeah. It's pretty funny because CO.
High Bitcoin adoption wherever.
Yeah, but it's
revolution. What is it?
yeah, it's not. Well, that was like the first thing I did when I decided to learn React. It was just also Gigi's idea, which was fucking sorry for saying it, shitcoins.com. And he made a site where you could print some small cards and then like show people who would not accept Bitcoin as payment. So the idea because behind useless shit was to like you could pick some cards that would shield people for buying useless stuff. So yeah, some fun project. But when I discovered Nostr, I kind of disregarded the that part and then focused on building Nostr resources. Yeah, the dark mode it doesn't work well on the sign. Yeah, if you change it, then you should be able to see more stuff. Yeah, there it is.
Nice. So you're an activist. Cool.
Yeah, so I use this base code to you know to work on Swarmstr. So it's partially still the same code that it's there. Like this is the very first project I did with React.
Congrats. Is there anything you think that Alby or plenty of open source builders, even users, testers of such tools? I'm always happy to test another new Nostr client. Maybe is there something that you're looking for? Maybe something on the roadmap, and you need a partner or anything.
Well, I've been thinking about like doing some bounties on GitHub because there's some open issues. Like I open all them. It's me so far. So if anybody wants to like pick up an issue, some of them are really easy, or like if someone wants to come up with, like test it and actually find an issue, I'm willing to like yeah payment in Bitcoin. It's not gonna be much, but that's what I was thinking, like bounty style. That was my idea. Sure.
Swarmstr and uselesshit.co.
Yes.
All right. If no questions, let's contact PT in Telegram or email. He's leaving his contact details in the chat. And is there? I can see there is Linda from Nossocial. They have been featured in our community call, I don't know, three calls ago. And now there is another ambitious project for journalists over there. Linda, would you like to tell more what's new at Nossocial?
Yeah, thanks for having me today. So yesterday we announced the launch of the Olympics 2024 relay. So it is a private relay that folks can either pay to subscribe to if you don't use NOS, or if you use NOS, you automatically get access to it. And it's featuring Paris 2024 Olympic coverage from one of our journalists who's been in the program since the beginning, Global Sports Center. So if you follow them on Nostr, if you happen to be a football fan and watch the Euros or Copa America, they provided, real-time coverage. So I can share my screen for a second and give you sort of a brief demo. Give me 1 second. I just gotta get to. Okay, so this is. Hold on 1 second. This is Global Sports Central's profile. So you can see on our app today, it's a mix of both regular content and then also content that is specific to the relay. What we are planning to release in the next couple of days is the ability to filter the home feed by relay. So you will be able to come in here and filter the feed by the Olympics relay and just see all the Olympics coverage. And so for any NOS user, if you already are a NOS user, or if you sign up for NOS, or even import your keys, anytime during the next 3 weeks, we'll give you access to the relay for free. If you're using another tool, you can reach out to Global Sports Central directly and zap them some sats, and they will give us your MPub, and then we'll add you to the relay. If you are looking for it, let me just stop sharing and switch. If you are looking for it in your feed, we recommend that you follow once you've subscribed, follow Global Sports Daily, and then you'll get all of those extra posts in your regular feed on whatever client you use. Are there any questions?
Big here, right? With this project.
Yeah, I mean, what we really wanted to do is experiment. Like, I think relays are pretty cool, and I think they're a different way to create like topical conversations and stuff like that. So we want to start experimenting with that. We also think the Olympics is a way to draw in other folks who, might not be like aware of Bitcoin or things like that, so it's a gateway to come in and check out Nostr and see what's going on here. It leverages, a lot of the things that made Twitter great for sports before, Elon Musk took over and mucked it up with the algorithms. But so folks who are looking for that, like sort of real-time sports coverage, can try out Nostr now and check it out. Also, I just want to give a huge shout out to Global Sports Central. Like they're putting a huge amount of effort into their work on Nostr. So even if you don't follow them for the relay, I highly recommend just following them for their regular sports coverage. They do great work and keep everyone up to date on global sporting events.
And this is like a big like sports media company, or is it like Bitcoin focused?
So it's an Nostr user. I think they are open source. They're active, like they use Bitcoin. I think they're active in the open source community. But I think they're just really passionate about sports. And so they are providing in-depth, bios of athletes in the Olympics for the past few weeks. If you've been following their account, they've been providing like really fun historical facts about the Olympics, things that I didn't know about. And so that'll all be part of the event yesterday. Technically, some of the games started yesterday, and so they had real-time coverage of a couple of the football games that were happening when goals were scored.
And like a video stream, or
what?
Coverage? You mean it's a video stream from the event, or?
No, it's more like Argentina scored a goal or something like that. So text. But if you're following along and you're stuck at work and you can't, watch live because you're in a Zoom call or something, it's great to like be able to check in and see what's happening.
Is there anything special within the Nos client to watch this coverage?
So as I mentioned, we're going to add that filter to the feed. And that should be live at the latest on Monday. And that'll allow you to just see everything that's going on that relay and see all the content in one place. So you don't have to sift through the rest of your content in your feed. You'll just have a dedicated view of what's on that relay.
Nice. Any questions to Linda? Are you French, Linda? Because Olympic is in France, and I thought that maybe.
Am I French?
Yes.
No.
All right, Nossocial. If you'd like to leave your contact details, or also Bumi has a question. Great.
Yep.
Yeah. So regarding the relay, so you see the relay as, or maybe the other way around. Right now, I think a lot of people do not use actively relays, do they? Mm-hmm. Like if I in Damos or Primal, the relay is kind of rather hidden, and I just add a bunch of them, and I shout out to relays my events and so on. So and I think that was also what you said last time already. So in your direction is that users more actively choose different relays that have more different topics. Is that correct? I understand this correctly?
That's what we're starting to experiment with. So the Olympics relay is our first experiment. Yeah. Next week, we'll probably announce another one. Okay. So we're going to try some stuff out because I think there's some interesting stuff to explore in that relay system. And I just think it's an untapped part of Nostr.
Yeah.
So
awesome. So it's basically that I can connect to a relay which has a certain topic if I'm interested in that topic. So I want to hear about the Olympics, so I connect to the Olympics one, and I see in my global feeds and stuff there. Okay, that's awesome. That's exciting. Yeah, thanks.
Cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Also, we had today planned Nostrocket, but I'm not sure if G Sovereignty is here. Is one of you creator of Nostrocket? Dylan, Frog? No. But then maybe there is somebody from Angor. I was told that developers from Angor will come and show this new decentralized crowdfunding platform for investors. All right. They will maybe come in 2 weeks. Guys, so it's an open stage now then. Anyone has some demo that, I don't know, maybe Frog or Surfer Soul, Anon, Dylan would like to say something, show something, or have a question to Alby team or users, or if there are any questions to our attendees today. Jason, Linda, Andrew is gone, PT. Guys? Okay, I can see no open issues. No suggestions to the hub?
I think somebody was asking, maybe it was even you, if Roland can show the isolated connection again. Maybe that's something that...
Isolated app is great. I would like to actually see someone showing it. Isolated app is this feature where you can basically generate an NWC string, which creates, well, the app that uses it shares the liquidity of the node, but not the balance. So it's a separated balance. But I guess Roland, who invented it, could shed some more light.
Yep, I can share my screen and show you something, just a cool demo I worked on recently. So I have another instance. I'm running a few versions of Alby Hub, and I'll show this application as well. But I can create a new connection here, and normally when you create a connection, say you create one for Damus, and you would say Damus can spend 100,000 sats per month, which is great, but NWC is actually way more powerful than that. With this isolated budgets feature, you can think of an app as it doesn't even have to be an app. You can give this connection string to your friend or family member, and they can use it to power their own wallet, except they will use your node's liquidity, right? So for an example, I could share this in the chat actually, if anyone wants to try it out. But basically, you can give a isolated app connection to a friend, and I can do it here as well. Say I have a friend's name Bob, right? And I can give them this connection string, and they could sign up for an Alby account and connect their Alby account to this, and they would have a fully working wallet, or they could connect it to Damus or the Alby extension, which I can try right now. So I'll just connect a new wallet, and it's powered by Nostr Wallet Connect. So you can see I have this brand new wallet. It can receive sats, it can send sats, but it's completely isolated from my other wallet. If you see my transaction list, my balance here, this new connection is completely empty. It can't spend the sats that I have here. It can't see the transactions that I did. But let's see, if I create an invoice, I'll pay it with my other wallet. Switch back to this one. Cool. Okay. So yeah, you can see now I have 500 sats. I have a transaction list. I have access to all the amazing things of that Nostr Wallet Connect can do. So sending payments, receiving payments, listing transactions, all these things. I can take this connection string, I can put it into any app that supports Nostr Wallet Connect. Soon we'll have a super simple mobile app. You can think of it kind of like Wallet of Satoshi, except that instead of relying on some big custodial provider that you don't know if there's going to be regulation in the future, they have to stop services in your country. Instead, your wallet is powered by your friend who is running Alby Hub. So the more people we have running these Alby Hubs, each user who runs an Alby Hub can share their liquidity with their friends and family. So yeah, you can see I sent 500 sats here. Actually I received 500 sats, but it's in Bob's wallet actually here. So if you run Alby Hub and it's pretty simple to set up. You do need to maintain channels a bit, and it's getting easier and easier. But you can share your liquidity with your friends and family. They don't have to understand anything about Lightning. They could just get a simple link or a QR code, download this mobile wallet, and get started. I think it would be a great way to improve decentralization in Lightning in general. Alby Hub on its own is so easy to start up, and we hope that normal people who already know about Bitcoin and Lightning, they can easily run it. But to onboard their friends and family who know nothing at all, we need something even easier, and I think this can be a good way to do this. But it's not just about onboarding your friends and family, actually. You can create isolated apps for anything. So I have another wallet here, and you can see my connections. I just made this paper, scissors, rock game called Paper, Scissors, Hodl. And I have an app connection, and I can isolate all the activity of any earnings that I make in this game. So I can share the link. Actually, I'll make one now. You can see my screen, so you know what I picked. So actually, whoever plays this, you can win. Sorry. Yep. So you can win 1,800 sats. I'll paste the link in the chat. So basically, this is Paper, Scissors, Rock, but on Lightning. Anyone wants to play, they can open the link and either choose the right option and win, or otherwise you have. So what happens is you have to pay first, pay 1,000 sats, but if you win, then you also get the amount the other person paid. So all the activity in this game, so I'm hosting this game and it receives money and sends money. All this activity is isolated into a single app connection. So this is really powerful, I think, for developers and also for people who maybe are running multiple social media accounts, or they want to separate activity from different apps. So in the future, we can upgrade our transaction list to be able to filter based on apps, and also see nice activity, nice usage of different apps, maybe some charts, and see what different apps are doing in Alby Hub, and really bring out this feature of connecting your wallet to all these different apps seamlessly and making payments. So yeah, this is just the beginning.
I already love isolated apps. I can see lots of use cases for sharing your node with your family members. Jason and Sabina, their mind is constantly blown. Yes, this actually effectively creates a sub-accounts on top of your Lightning node. It's not LND Hub anymore. It's based on Nostr Wallet Connect. Super cool. Thank you, Roland, for bringing this to Alby Hub. And it's just the beginning, right? It's just from the latest release, so it will have better interface, more features. And if anyone wants to contribute to that, feel free, github.com/getalby/hub. All right, guys, any open questions, any open issues, any suggestions what Alby should do soon? For sure, in 2 weeks, we will do another community call. We do them every second week. Thursdays, 3 p.m. UTC. So see you in 2 weeks. Let's try to meet with same group of people and bring more projects, more demos as great as today. Congratulations. Congratulations. This is just amazing. Yes, Kuba? Please click emoji. All right, thank you Zapstream, thank you Twitter. It was Alby Community Call. See you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.